The QBQ method, the art of asking the right questions. Many are familiar with this type of thinking, which some call positive thinking, others proactive thinking. This type of thinking helps you to become a true leader and to get results from the resources available to you in a more significant way. The QBQ method described in John Miller's book, 5 Principles of Proactive Thinking, helps to develop this type of thinking. The QBQ method, which stands for question, behind the question, teaches you to ask yourself the right questions and is based on 5 principles. Before we talk about principles, let's understand what the right questions are. First, they are questions that include the word I and exclude the word they. In this way we acknowledge full responsibility for what happens in our lives. Second, the right questions should not begin with the words who, why, or when. Listen for the phrases, why did this happen to me? Who is to blame? When will it stop? Do you feel the victim complex kicking in? So how do you design the right questions to make the QBQ method work? QBQ method. Principle 1, the experience trap. When we first start working or learning something new, we try to copy the behavior of the master, the manager, the director, the nearest leader. But do these people always achieve the results you dream of? Perhaps you should ask yourself questions such as, how can I become a more effective leader? How can I fulfill my responsibilities better than those before me? How can I make the best use of my knowledge, skills and abilities? Principle 2, responsibility. Responsibility is the thing about which it will not be superfluous to talk again. It would also be useful to recall that the questions, who is to blame, who will help me, who will tell me, why does nothing change, but only gets worse, should be changed to the following questions. What do I personally have to do to solve the problem? How can I get out of the victim state? How can I make my work more efficient? Principle 3, creativity. Being creative outside the box is a huge advantage. Ask yourself questions. How can this tool be used in a different way? How can we get more out of limited resources? How can we solve a problem with limited resources? Principle 4, serving. Success stories of famous leaders prove that many achieve more by serving people. The right QBQ questions to ask in this situation are, what more can I offer people? How can I change my work to be more useful? By being generous, we have even more reason to be. Principle 5, trust. We all need to build relationships with other people. And trust is a fundamental characteristic of these relationships. Useless and destructive questions like, why are my subordinates so lazy and irresponsible, or why can't I trust anyone? Are not good options. Whereas, how can I become trustworthy, or what can I do to improve my relationships, are good questions. Ask the right questions and you will get everything you dream of. The basic idea is that we are responsible for our own choices and can always make the right one. The key is to control ourselves at the moment of decision and ask the right questions.